One of my favorite experiences with this camera is handing it to random people and having them hold it up to their eye like they would any other camera and then not understand how they're supposed to use it. It's very confusing. Look at this. How am I supposed to take a picture with this thing? Waist level viewfinder is very confusing to people, and I think that's just sort of an entertainment value in this thing. I want to give an update on my Hasselblad 907X. I've been using this for a couple years now, a few years now. I've been using it a lot, and look at that. It looks like I've used it a lot. Cut to B-roll. I hope that it lasts me a long time. It's 50 megapixels. That's insanely huge. I've been able to print on some pretty large mediums. 70-inch wide metal prints. I have some 70-inch black and white paper prints, framed and matted. I rarely put the digital back on the film camera. I think that's fun to do, but I prefer to just use this as a film camera and just use this as a digital camera. That is one question I get asked the most. How often do I put the digital back on the film camera? Never. I would rather get the full film frame and then get a digital scan off of this and enjoy that as it is. That may be a bummer to a lot of people, but I don't care because it's my camera and I do what I want. So, like a street photography camera, I use this thing like a point and shoot. It is not a point and shoot, but I use it like a point and shoot because I'm insane. The little latch to take the digital back off of the actual camera itself, the little logo is gone, and now it's just an exposed screw. It's kind of sad. The rubber on the lens, look at that. I mean, it's just loose. I've been using a 65 millimeter lens, f2.8, I think, for this whole time that I've owned the camera. I've never taken this lens off. The one problem that I have is that it's very, very delicate. Most of the glass that I operate is cinema glass, all manual, no electronics inside the lens that I'm aware of. I am not a fan of how delicate I have to be with these puppies. Most of the people that I work with in the film industry, it bugs them that I don't put this in a Pelican case. I put it in a bag just like this. And I use it and I whip it out. I've been on horseback, I've been on motorcycles, and I've been on quads with it, in and out of the car with it. I've banged it on a lot of stuff. I just throw this on and I go. This thing survived the Cold War, pretty sure. You could throw it off a cliff and then keep on using it. It's all mechanical. There's no electronics in this thing. And I like that. Can't say that about this. I've got a video on this channel of this camera touching the table and it shat the bed. But I will say, this has been awesome. I have been using a black Pro Mist, a Tiffin black Pro Mist 4th for a little bit of diffusion. And then when I need it, a circular polarizer, also from Tiffin. Our director at If Company gifted these to me. He is also my brother-in-law. And so for Christmas, he had me for Secret Santa and he gave me a bunch of filters for my camera. Choosing to live with this camera is not for the faint of heart. Autofocus is slow. Waist level viewfinder is kind of inconvenient at times. The plus sides are for product photos. The main menu screen has made product photos a breeze. I shoot a lot of odd products on white background because half the time when we're shooting white background product, we're also going to do a product video at the same time. And so I need to be able to pivot. So I'll set up good soft lighting, put this on a tripod, and then open that shutter up to like 11 seconds. I mean, once I've cranked that aperture down, I've got to put this on a self-timer of like 2 seconds so that I can push the shutter and walk away. I like that all of that is accessible very quickly. I can make decisions in front of clients fast-paced, confidently. I like that I can have multiple cards in here. I like how small this whole setup is. I like that this screen feels so solid and clicks really nice. One of the major bummers is how long this takes to boot up. I have missed a lot of photos waiting for this to boot up. There, it's ready to go. No, it's not. It still hasn't recognized the SD card in there. And now we're ready to go. That's my 2, 3, 4 year update on using the Hasselblad 907X digital medium format camera. I do have the special moon edition. This camera I don't think would last on the moon. This would last on the moon. That I don't know if it would. This camera makes me feel like I'm shooting film, but it's a digital camera. It's the holy frickin' grail. Stop talking about cameras and go use the one that you have. Go film and photograph things with the camera you have. Stop watching reviews. Stop trying to decide what camera you're gonna buy. Buy a frickin' camera and use it. Stop thinking about it.